It's been a while since OnePlus has launched their TVs in India, and in that time, they have received a ton of software updates that have improved the usability of their Q1 series of smart TVs. Which is why in today's video, we decided to take a look back at the OnePlus Q1 and figure out if the software experience has improved over time. Hey guys, Omotto here from C4eTech, and if you do end up liking this video, please consider turning on notifications by hitting that bell icon. The first major update here is that OnePlus has now added support for Netflix to their Q1 series of smart TVs. We binge watched a couple of episodes of Castlevania on the OnePlus Q1 and it worked flawlessly. OnePlus has already baked in HDR10, 10 Plus as well as Dolby Vision support into their 4K QLED panels. So now we can stream HDR content from Netflix as well. Speaking of Netflix, OnePlus has introduced a new Netflix remote. This comes with dedicated buttons for Netflix, YouTube and Amazon Prime. I guess Netflix doesn't certify TVs without a dedicated button on the remote, which is why OnePlus might have chosen to go this route. The new Netflix remote also comes with a couple of other tweaks. The smartphone style volume rocker on the old metal remote, while it looked good, it wasn't the easiest to use, so OnePlus swapped them out for standard volume controls. The new one also sports a plastic belt. We haven't managed to get our hands on one yet, but I'm sure I'll miss the premium feel of the sleek metal body. But if you do own a OnePlus TV, OnePlus is offering the Netflix remote for free. I'll leave the link to the website in the description below. We also have a new accessory that enhances the smart capabilities of the Q1 series. Farfield is a mic setup that plugs into the top Type-C port on the TV and allows us to control the TV via voice from anywhere in the room. Unfortunately, it isn't available in India yet, which is why we couldn't show it off to you guys. Now, that wraps up all the new stuff for the Q1 series, but we were also curious as to how the software here has held up. Of course, the Android TV experience has remained mostly the same, and even Oxygen Play, OnePlus's take on the smart TV interface, remains just as fast and snappy. In fact, nothing much has changed since the time we did our original video on the Q1 Pro. That being said, it's been almost half a year since we tried out the OnePlus TV, so in case any of you don't remember what the unique features are, here's a quick rundown. The star of the show here is the OnePlus Connect app. It gives us a virtual remote with which we can control the TV interface. We also have TypeSync that lets us type in emails or passwords using the phone's keyboard. Pretty useful since typing on an on-screen keyboard using a remote can get really tedious. Then there's Quick App Switch that lets us switch between apps installed on the TV directly from our phone. And finally, we have my personal favorite, Smart Volume Control. This automatically lowers the volume on the TV when we receive a call on the connected phone. We can also search for content directly from the app itself, and what's more, OnePlus also provides a curated carousel of movies and TV shows that we can swipe through and choose from. Tapping on one opens it up immediately on the big screen, but most of the content here does need a paid subscription. We can also find these recommendations directly from Oxygen Play on the TV itself. The whole system is pretty seamless and easy to operate. The only bummer being that we are limited to online-only content. There's no integration with the local cable TV channels or with a set-top box. That's about it for the software side of things. Let's now quickly take a look at the hardware. I'm sure that many of you have noticed by now that the TV in our video doesn't have a slide-out speaker. That's because we don't have the Q1 Pro with us anymore. The one here is the OnePlus Q1. For all intents and purposes, it's the same TV running the same software. The only change here is the drop-down soundbar. This means that we have the same 55-inch 4K panel here. OnePlus gives us a ton of options to customize the image from this QLED panel. We even have ultra smooth motion. It adds extra frames via interpolation, and with the right content like sports or high octane action sequences, the results can look pretty great. As far as the sound goes, we have 4 speakers here instead of the 8 on the Q1 Pro. There's no soundbar, which means the bass is kind of lacking, but with a combined sound output of 50 watts, the Q1 can get pretty loud once the volume is cranked all the way up. OnePlus also lets us use the TV as a Bluetooth speaker, so that's a nice touch. And since this is Android TV, we also have support from Chromecast as well. So both the hardware and software here has held up nicely. The entire TV interface feels responsive and the integration with the OnePlus Connect app is very well implemented. OnePlus also seems committed in their efforts to update their TVs. We now have Netflix support and a new remote to go along with it. Despite all of that, at 69,000 rupees, the OnePlus Q1 is a bit of a tough sell. For their first TV, OnePlus have done an amazing job, and it's not just that, they have also continued to support the TV. So props to OnePlus here. If you own one, you don't have to regret the purchase. But if you're looking to buy one today, unless you definitely want a OnePlus, something like the 65-inch Mi TV 4X at 14K lesser does seem a lot more alluring. The OnePlus TV does have its own advantages. The sleek build, the slim bezels, a higher quality panel, and excellent sound fidelity. But is it worth sacrificing 10 inches and paying 14K more for? That's the question only you can answer. So that's been it for my quick look at the OnePlus Q1 TV with its fresh new software on board. Do tell us what you think about the Q1 series of TVs from OnePlus. Do you want to get one for yourself, or are you looking at other similar options out there? Leave a comment down below. And that's it for this video. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on how you felt about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. Thanks for sticking around till the end, guys. Have a good one. Cheers.